Welcome back, everybody, for part 4, Grand Cayman, and
which was, for me, it was my least favorite island.
yeah, as you see here, this is when we first woke up in the morning. We're coming in. This is one of the tenders actually coming over that will be taking people to the island. Now, this is a shallow port, so you have to do the tendering. And it's a lot rockier, rollier boat, so keep that in mind if you get seasick or motion sick easily.
But the tenders hold a lot of people.
Yeah. You see how beautiful this sunrise is. It looks like it's going to be stormy, but it actually ends up being a beautiful day. So, yeah, so nice and peaceful.
This is about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now here we are getting onto the island off the tender you see in the back there. Going through the gate, there's kind of a security guard guy there, but he doesn't really do much.
Security is more for when you come back in.
Right. Right past the entrance gate, you start to see the typical tchotchkes, you know, the t-shirts. So yeah, why don't you go into your impressions as we got onto Grand Cayman? Our port was Georgetown, and we really didn't have a plan for the day, if you will. We just wanted to go in, look around, do some sightseeing, maybe do some shopping. But I have to say I was kind of disappointed. Parts of it seemed kind of run down. And there were quite a few stores that were closed. There was no retail business even in them. And as a matter of fact, there's one whole building that there were no shops in. It was completely empty, and we'll show you that here in a minute. But they do have some upscale stores, and some of it was nice, but I felt like it was kind of run down. So it was a little disappointing. Which is surprising because they keep talking about how all these banks are there, and it's this big banking and investment capital. Well, let me tell you, they must be keeping all the money for themselves, because they certainly are not putting it back into infrastructure. And this is a common theme in this Caribbean, guys. They're getting all these tourism dollars. I think they said in Aruba 1 million people a year go there as tourists. But the infrastructure is very run down, in my opinion. The roads need repaired. The sidewalks need repaired. The buildings need painted. So there's that.
But we also, here's a beautiful fountain. But as we were talking to some other people on our ship, somebody mentioned to us that it was a holiday for them. We went shortly after New Year. This was like January 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I think it was the 4th.
So we were told that it was a holiday for them. I don't know if that's true or not, but there were a lot of things that were not open or were completely closed and non-existent. So it was disappointing.
Meaning there were businesses out of business.
Yes.
Then there were shops that had not opened yet.
Right. And this was kind of early. This was 8:30ish, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So maybe some places just hadn't opened, but I just was not that impressed.
No. If you're going to Grand Cayman, I highly recommend going to 7 Mile Beach.
Yeah.
Get a taxi. When you first got off the ship, there'll be taxi cabs, there'll be bus tour people running buses to 7 Mile Beach. I would just go to the beach for the day. Honestly, the shopping that you're going to find here is the same shopping you're going to find anywhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah, there was nothing really what I would say is special, and I certainly didn't find anything that I couldn't live without. So
yeah, we bought her a Tanzanite set here because she wanted some Tanzanite.
But you can buy the Tanzanite on any of the islands.
Correct.
This is an open air market, which is really popular on the Caribbean islands, which I really enjoy because it's a lot of local artisans and people who hand make things. And to me, that's more special than something that I can buy in the United States.
Right.
So I do love these open air markets, and we did go to one at all the islands, and that's something that I really enjoy. And you talk to the people who are selling this stuff and kind of get a flavor for the island. I really like.
Yeah, we found that she was going for the handmade stuff, the handmade jewelry. It's more unique, and there's jewelry shops everywhere down there.
honestly, the pricing isn't any better than you get here in the States.
Right, for a
So-
regular jewelry store, there was nothing that you couldn't get in the States.
But here's that mall, guys, that you're seeing here on the left with the red railing. That entire mall was
Closed.
empty. There was nothing in it. So that's telling you the tourists were like us that have been there aren't really buying much there because there's nothing really unique about the stuff you're going to buy there. T-shirt shops,
Right.
the same hats you can get anywhere down there, which is really kind of a sad theme in the Caribbean. They're all starting to become homogenous.
Yeah.
And they're not keeping their individuality. So that's kind of sad to see. But
Shopping was disappointing.
shopping was disappointing. Yeah, so
This was cute. This was a mama chicken and her baby chicks. They were so cute.
yeah, it's kind of like Key West. You know, they've got roosters and chickens running loose. Got some drinks. Those were good. Now the other cruise ships started coming in. We were the first cruise ship in, and you can see all of them coming in, and then it started getting crowded.
Yeah.
Now this was a little lizard. You can't really see it very well on
Just
this
wait
footage.
for it. Wait for it.
And some lady
There he
came
is.
up, and said, "What are you guys looking at?" Well, she found out it was a lizard.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see here the sidewalks were kind of narrow. I don't know. I just would think if this is a big banking capital, things would be really nice, and it just wasn't. You know, it's really not a whole lot different than Key West.
I just didn't see anything special about it. If, like
Right.
Alan said, if we went again, we would do the beach instead. But when you're comparing it to some of the other islands, there were lots of people as you got off the ship waiting there to take you on tours and stuff, and trying to get you to go on bus tours and taxis and stuff. There weren't as many on Grand Cayman as there were on the other islands, which I thought was
I
interesting.
think it's just because we got there earlier. But here you can see we're sailing away. There's the other cruise ships have not left yet, and we're just kind of hitting the balcony. We came back to the ship kind of early because we didn't find the shopping that great. So we came back to the ship, got something to eat, had some mixed drinks, sat by the pool.
Yeah, spent the day at the pool. It was nice.
And but you can see it's still beautiful down there. I would definitely hit the beach. Would be the only thing I do the next time we go to Grand Cayman. So
And if you've been to Grand Cayman and there's something special about it that we missed, please feel free to leave us a comment in the comment section. Because, like I said,
Right.
we were disappointed in Grand Cayman.
right. So anyways, there's our 2 cents. We did get to see a $35 million yacht when we first pulled in. I don't know if you saw it in the beginning of the clip, but that was kind of exciting.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But you can see their fuel depot here, and then further out down the island it was a lot less developed, more high-end homes. So basically that's it. Just want to thank you guys for watching part 4. Get ready for part 5.
Which will be more exciting.
Will hopefully be more exciting. And hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.